Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bavarian Racing Challenge. This is Norma Voxel speaking, and with me we have
Purelix from the Automation Forums.
Ultimate BMW fan, also from the Automation Forums.
So, welcome to the third race of this challenge that will see our cars running on the Airfield track that isn't so far away from Brands Hatch, Indy. We're still in England, and the results of this race are quite different from the ones we have seen on Brands Hatch. So let's take a quick look to the results of the qualification.
Okay, here we have the qualification results. On the first place we have Absurdist with a 1:26.78. On second place the Bob Wiley with 1:26.84, just a couple of seconds, a couple of 100ths of seconds behind. Then we have a Trackpad user with a 1:27.75, he's 1 second behind. Okay, and we have Norman Voxel with a 1:27.87.
On fifth place we have Tycon Daero with 1 second 28.01, quite close, and then close it's Leo 9613, that he is in 1 minute 28.06, just a fifth of a seconds. Followed by Derbayer, very close also, 1:28.18, and in 8th place we have Killrop, 1:28.41.
In 9th place, we have Ruben SL. He's quite close to Robert, or Killrob, with 200ths of a second away. In 10th place, we have Dazazo, who is around 0.3 of a second away from Ruben SL. Now comes a very close qualification. In 11th place is Zab Hawken, which is 2,000th of a second. That is very close. I think it'll be interesting how they will be performing in the race. In position 12 is Opposite Lock, who has done a 1:29.11 seconds.
So,
we also have an interesting observation here. We have on the 15th place together, actually, it's Conan and Marat with a 1:29.36. And also, on the 20th place, we have the Let's Play Noob 05 and Lothoran with the same time.
Yeah.
That will be a very interesting race right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the top 8 trump cards. And here we have again the usual suspects: Absurdist, Bob Wiley, Leo. That's the usual suspects here.
Yeah. We already seen this car a couple of times.
Yes, a couple of times. So we should just lose some words. Like my favorite on this track is the Bob Wiley. Actually, he has tons of cornering, which is favorable here.
You bet on him.
And yeah, what are your favorites, guys?
I think I'm a little biased in this one.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. The car number 12, it's... I don't know. I feel something for that. Yeah. But I have to say that... Yeah... Okay. I'm... For myself, okay? That's it. Normal Voxel, I hope he's going fine in this race. And what about you, Herman?
Now, I hate to be going with whoever's qualified first, but I think I'm going to go with Absurdist because I'm quite a big fan myself of a light car. And, I mean, he's got one of the lightest ones here. It might not matter as much on this track, but I think the increased handling and cornering performance should aid drivability quite a bit.
About the track, I already see the guys pushing the tracks on the field, the cars on the field. Let's take a quick overview first, and then maybe they are finished with pushing the cars on the track. So that's the track. It seems very familiar to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why. Reminds me something I have already seen somewhere else.
I don't know from where. It's very familiar to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird.
But I guess that a lot of airfield tracks looks similar, so it must be probably
something
resemble something.
coincidence.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, oh, actually, the people are on the track. I have the signal from the marshals that the race will start in a few seconds. And it's gone! Go, go!
And we're off. Dead silent.
What is going on here?
We have close fight between Norman Voxel and Absolute. They're very close each other with Leo, when the Bob Wiley already have.
And we have a couple of crashes in the petrol head.
Ooh.
Right there, 4 crashes.
More collisions.
More collisions also, and some smooth.
And far in front we also already have the Bob Wiley, my favorite on this track here.
Yeah, and since it's going to have. Damn it.
And on second place we have Norman Vauxhall actually, that's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of. Very interesting. Absolutist, Leo, Taekwondo, Killrob, Kazazu, Derbyre, Zubhokin, and Opposite Lock closing the 10th position.
Top 10.
Yeah.
There's also a big traffic jam, I guess. Everyone behind Norman Vauxhall, your driver is very slow here. You should go faster.
But the Bob Wiley has pulled up quite a considerable gap already.
Yes,
so
he already has a 3-second gap.
Yeah, he's flying away. It's a lot.
But also, I think it'll be quite interesting as it's a figure 8 track, so we might see some interesting confusion of cars going around.
Yeah. That will be very confusing in the end when everyone is on the track.
All spread out.
Yes. We have a top speed from Killrop on this third lap for 161.
And we have, it's a bit early, but we have Bob Wiley with the best everything. Best sector 1, 2, 3 and fastest lap, but it's early.
It's early in the race, it's just 3 laps and we have like still 20 laps to go.
It's continued to take distance, it's gaining gap.
Yeah, everyone's clogged up behind the number 12.
Yeah.
Not many possibilities to overtake cars here. We don't have a lot of straights.
The Bob Wiley pulling another fastest lap.
Yes, indeed. But tires are fresh and stuff's going, and he's not having R3 tires. Like super hard slicks, which is good.
However, yeah, Absolutist probably is trying to do everything to overtake Norman Vauxhall.
But he can't, he does not have the possibility to do it yet.
I have confidence.
They are just waiting for a mistake, I think.
Or a crash, and we have again a fastest lap from the Bob Wiley.
Yeah.
Slowly trimming down times.
And sadly the AI is not crashing yet into each other.
Got a slight bump with Pac
maybe.
and Conan. Nothing too serious.
He's trying to do everything. He's on behind of my driver.
The driver of him is probably eating the steering wheel because he can't pass.
Very close though.
It's a very peculiar thing of this track.
And the Bob Wiley has a huge gap of 10 seconds now, of 350 meters.
And keep gaining.
Will he overlap someone in this race?
So the position in the back seems... Well, we have some fight between the Zazu and the buyer that they are changing position, but Leo and Killrob. But he thinks that the 10 people are still the same people. We have
the top
Bob
10
Wiley, Norman Vauxhall, Absolutist, Taekwondo, Killrob, Leo, Derbyre, the Zazu, Zebhokin and Opposite Lock.
You just have a small fight between the Zazu and the buyer. But I think that will buff out in a few laps when the field is a bit more spread out. Like now, the Bob Wiley is having a huge gap already. He's getting into Wankel and there's the crossing again.
More than 13 seconds of gap between the first and the second.
Yes, a huge gap.
So I think we have 3 main packs right now. in in the top half of the section, I think.
Yep.
With some outliers, but mostly I think they're going to have quite an interesting fight between those specific packs.
And also, the Bob Wiley is gaining on Chipskate, who is the last in the whole pack in total. So I think the Bob Wiley will maybe go for some overtaking from the back. We also have Nomo, the fastest lap of the Bob Wiley. He reached his peak some laps ago.
Let me check. I remember that was friction between Conan and Merat. At the moment, Merat seems to be in...
There is a half a second gap.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a big problem for Conan to overtake, it's just a half second gap. He just has to find the possibility to do it.
Same things that Absurdist is trying to do since the start of the race.
Yes, and once Absurdus get into the second place, he can floor the throttle. But the Norman Vauxhall is in his way.
He's driving that snow press slowly. Only a snow press can be.
Slow.
Clogging
We have
up
a huge
everybody.
gap of 18 seconds from
Yes.
first and second place now. That is massive.
We also
I
have...
don't know if I have to feel sorry for this.
Just make a crash on the arrow and get out of the way.
Please let me wrap second at least once.
If this would be in German Autobahn, the police would pull you out already
Yeah, for sure.
for blocking the road.
This is going to be probably 20 laps. 20,
Yes,
20
it
laps.
is. We also have the Bob Wiley already taking on Chipskate on the back.
Absolutely. No, it's close. I saw the...
It's a very close gap between the Absolutist and Norman Vauxhall. It's just it's just 400ths of a second.
Secondary seems that... Well, now it's in the corner, but since there is a little... No, they're quite close.
And
What happened?
and the driver from Kabi's car, from the number 32, spotted what is the reason of it, and apparently the driver of
Oh.
the number 12
Wiley
is
made a
doing stuff.
mistake. Wiley made a mistake and he lost 10 seconds of his gap. If you take a look now, it's 13 seconds.
Yes, indeed. But he still has a huge gap. He will
Still
still be
huge,
the first. But yeah, the driver from the 32 spotted that the number 12 is doing stuff and not being focused.
Come on.
We do have a crash between Quintus and Matt MR2,
Yep, with
taking quite a bit of damage there.
yeah, with 20 damage here. That's serious though.
Ooh, take a look at the Matt MR2 car. 32 damage. It's badly damaged.
And it is slowing down. It is dropping in pace.
It
Correspond-
is indeed.
Shouldn't be easy to drive a car like that. Tagnero, ooh, lost a lot of
That's a
position.
huge mistake by him.
Mm-hmm.
Also a huge mistake by opposite lock on the number 9.
And Bob Wiley keep widening the gap.
He is indeed.
Mm-hmm. It will be a very tough battle for the second place.
It also will be an interesting battle on the second stint where the whole field gets reversed.
Yeah, that is the most exciting part of the race.
Because there is no possibility here to overtake properly. And also for note, the Bob Wiley is taking on Quintus now. So the Bob Wiley is gaining the field from behind. And he's driving like a maniac, too.
Now we have a tightening of the pack between second place to, I think around 6th place. There's very tight gaps now.
Yes, indeed, we have a gap of 0.4 seconds between Norman Vauxhall and Absurdist, and another like 600ths of a second, and just tenths of a second, and yeah, the gaps are very, very close, at least in the top 6. Between Kilrob and the Zazu we have a 1 second gap. That's not too tight. But the top 6 should take its chances.
Now Absurdus and Derbaya is getting quite close to
And
Bob Wiley's
Absurdus
lap.
lost to the buyer.
Ooh, I have to worry.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And they changing places again and again.
Again! That's close. I hope they will battle for a lot so I can drive away easily.
And Absurdus is gaining on the 31, which is Rayman.
Damn
And he's soon starting to get on the top
Exactly.
30.
Absurdus. Oh,
Their buyer again, that's tough.
That's a tough fight between Absurdus and the buyer now. That will be an interesting fight.
Yeah, I'm worried for my second place. More worried than ever.
You have a half second gap, you should not be too worried.
I am. I will be
1,000
worried if I have
seconds.
20 seconds. Our buyer again. Also, this is in 4th place now. Back up to this in 3rd place. Damn it! What a battle! It's like they're driving even on parallel sides of the.
It's
on the track.
probably what they are doing and blocking the whole back of the pack.
but they're not losing that much time to the number 12 car.
Unfortunately for me.
Yes, but they are more far behind than before, which
They are, that is.
they are.
But they've only lost 0.2 of a second, I think, before they've...
Okay.
Oh!
Pack back.
And Leo has overtaken Derbaya.
Yes,
Ooh!
that's a fight there.
Baltazar Automobiles from Brazil is trying to move up the
Up the
Charts.
field.
yeah. It's so close. Everybody are so close. That second pack, it's so exciting. I really would like to see directly in 3D. It will be awesome.
Yes, we will wait for the 3D edition. Like
Yeah,
it will be done in 2025.
Yeah, with volume strings, it's quite quicker. They can make
Yeah, true.
with volume strings. Everything will be quicker.
So it looks like the scrap has now traveled down the pack to Derbaya and Leo, and Absurdus seems to have pulled a quite decent gap on those two.
Yes, indeed. But Absurdus will have his problems because his tires will suffer in comparison to the buyer.
And mine are suffering also. Not that much. No, a bit, yeah.
It's not a tire-eating track though. It's a very friendly
Yeah.
track.
I think you're missing like 5 or 4 laps till the end to go. 27 seconds of gap between the second and the first. The Bob Wiles keep widening the gap.
We also have to take a look at the midfield, where we have around place 20 we have Conan, who probably lost some places or got overtaken by someone. It's probably Marat who gained some places, because that is mixed up right there.
That is also a very close gap between Conan and the two guys behind them.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh, what happened? Something happened? Yeah, Bob Wiley, error. I see the gap was from 1000 meter to 900.
Just under 1 kilometer gap.
Yeah, now it was closer.
I can't see the chances of the Absurdist anymore. He is now lost in the 3rd place, probably.
Don't say like that. Because, you know, when you see like that, when you say something like that, something bad happened.
He won't gain 700 meters in just 3 laps.
Oh, okay.
Except that Bob Wiley makes a huge crash or breaks down.
Yeah, I think you were talking about Absurdist cannot take the 2nd place. That
No.
will be more okay.
But it would be hard too for him.
Less than 1 minute until the end of the race.
Yes, indeed.
For now, it seems that all three of our choices will be in the top 3.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, indeed.
We were very precise on that.
The very interesting thing will be the second stint.
It will be. And also, Absurdist will be in front.
Okay, last lap is...
Okay, it's the final lap here, so that will be some interesting fights, hopefully.
So we are tuning the drive-through. The Bavarian drive-through is on the DAV math now. 150 kilometers, green light.
Last corner.
And on
And to
gamble
release, and across the line!
line! And now we'll see Norman Vauxhall.
And now the people come into the pits. And that was the first stint. There we
Right
have...
for Norman Vauxhall. Very close on release. And okay.
Cross the
Second
line,
Norman Vauxhall.
second place.
I can't believe it, seriously. Absolute
So
third, Derbyshire fourth, Leo fifth.
Tycoon 6th, Killrob 7th, Sabokin 8th, Trackpad User 9th, and Tezezu 10th place. Also, the star from the last race, Genja FT, he's on the 11th place. Hopefully he will do a good performance on the next stint.
Now, very interesting. I think we did really well on the predictions, but it will be very interesting. I think the Bob Wiley will be able to overtake Norman Vauxhall and Absurdist, but it will be an interesting race between Absurdist and Norman Vauxhall.
It will be a very big fight. The guys pulled into the pits, they're now changing the tires. That will be some break for us here.
Okay.
But sadly we don't have anyone who wants to give an interview.
I can see on the corner there is some enthusiast from Zropnesk that is pulling out a big banner.
Is he?
Yeah, so like Zropnesk can win. No, I don't think so. However,
Maybe that's some
enthusiasts from
maybe he's
Zropnesk.
dreaming, you don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Let him dream.
But I think in the first stint of the race, we've seen quite a lot of mistakes from the Bob Wiley. So
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
from the back to the front, there might be an upset in results. We never know.
True, he was doing a lot of mistakes in the back, in the front. Maybe he was too overconfident.
Things that all the drivers behind him didn't done. I mean, Norman Vauxhall, Absolutist, Leo, Derbyshire, everyone didn't make a single, probably maybe one Derbyshire, but the mistakes were very, very few in the following flock.
Also, I got a telegram from the Cossack racing team.
Oh,
You see the little plane on the track?
yeah.
That is actually from the Cossack racing team.
Oh,
They are the only team which arrived by plane.
ooh.
Oh, I see. I thought that was the second stint entry.
No, that would be a bit... You could consider that cheating, then. Because
Well,
that would a bit too fast.
I mean, if it can turn those corners, yes.
True.
I can see in the future a race between a car and an airplane on this track. Could you?
I can see it, because that has many possibilities here.
I think you'll have to fly very slow to be able to make some of these corners.
Yeah, probably
Well,
you
but
can gain.
maybe there will be some planes which will be very, like...
To slow down,
flexible.
they can go up. You know.
We never know what the future brings.
Yeah.
Okay, I already got the signal from the marshals again. They are pulling on the
Yes.
track again.
Yeah, I can see them aligning in backwards. Remember, everyone,
Yes.
that we are going to see a start.
And they started now.
Let's see what's going to happen.
And there's already a big
A
change
lot
on the
of
top.
changings, a lot of overtaking.
And the Cossack
the
racing car
corner.
is falling behind. Why is it falling behind? It's using flight plane technology. It shouldn't.
Could
Bob
someone-
Wiley's still in last place here.
Yeah. Could someone reminds me who was the second stint winner of the last time? It was Jeep State? No.
No, it was Genja FT on the
Yeah,
last
right.
race, second stint.
Yeah, Chipskate holding the gap really well and actually gaining.
So, on the front we have Chipsteak first place and New York City close, 1 second gap. Quintus 2 second gap, High Octane Love 3 seconds gap, Kubats from Cossacks 4 second gap, Hirlix 5 second gap. And ooh, a little bit of combat between Cobalt Girls drop.
The bottom field's already loosening up.
Normal Voxel is already in 11th position.
Oh yes, interesting. He pulled up a lot.
Yeah.
The Bob Wiley is on place 26, 27. He's fluctuating between them. Could be an interesting battle in the bottom.
Yeah.
But there's a huge gap between 3rd place and 4th place.
Absurdus and Norman Vauxhall in 11th and 12th now. And swapping positions.
Position constantly, yeah.
Rumors also say that if the Cossack racing team wins in the championship, they will maybe buy the Dunsfield aerodrome they're driving on. To make a statement about the airplane. But we don't know if they win the competition here.
Ooh, their buyer is 9th position now and fighting with Absurdist to gaining up. Ooh, look at that, 6th position for that buyer now. Absurdist still hold in 9th and Normal Voxel in 11th.
So the top 10 is Chipskate, New York City, Quintus, High Octane Love, Der Buyer, Cabus, Pyrlix, Ruben SL, Absurdist and Cobalt Girl. Oh no, Absurdist and Cobalt Girl.
We've got Der Buyer going up to 4th place now.
And he is closing the gap between him and Quintus.
Yes, but there is quite a significant gap between the top 3 and the rest of the pack.
True. True. We have to see once the traffic is away if the quicker driver could go faster and recover the gap.
Also the buyer is now on 3rd place and he is gaining on New York City.
He has covered an immense amount of ground.
Yes, he is, and he is gaining on 1st place. Is he overtaking? And he overtook Chipskate on Diesel.
That was easy. That was a breeze to watch. I think he's gonna pull out a significant gap now.
Yes, he just slipped by.
Now, it will be interesting for our top 3 choices because the Bob Wiley is in 24th and 25th. Oh, now he is in 20th. So, the winner of the last race, not doing as well as some other people at the moment.
The buyer is still
and the gap is widening and the buyer is flooring it on Diesel.
Yeah.
That means he is not driving a Diesel.
Totally not, and not a Wankel either.
Maybe it is a Wankel. A very good one.
Nobody will going to see, anybody is going to see a Wankel. Yeah, it will take a lot of time to see a Wankel here running.
Soon.
Yeah.
So, how is the field looking? We have Norman Vauxhall already on the 8th place.
Yeah.
The Bob Wiley far away on 21.
Damn it, really? Damn it. Fighting with Kilrob.
And then
I think there's quite a short gap.
On 3rd place already, and Track Producer on 2nd.
Look how quickly he was closing the gap.
He was closing the gap like a maniac.
Now, from our choices, it seems like my choice is doing quite well in the 2nd stint.
Bob Wiley! Faster!
Norman Vauxhall, come on!
Maybe Bob Wiley sitting in the car and says like, don't talk me, don't say me what to do, I know what I do!
The Kimi Räikkönen.
Yes!
Oh, that was interesting. There was a collision between the Bob Wiley and Conan.
Yes, that maybe
fastest lap. Absurdist. This will mean something.
This is a statement right here.
This means I want to take the 1st place. What's the difference between the best of their buyer and the best of Absurdist? It's 1.1 second. 1 second dead. With 7 seconds of difference, it could take 7 seconds to recover.
Or just a small mistake by the buyer.
Ouch. Ouch.
I think at this rate, Absurdus could be able to overtake Dabaya if he keeps pulling the fastest laps around
Yes.
them. Although it remains to be seen if trackpad user will hold Absurdus up.
Yes, that will be interesting. Well, we have the new personal best from the buyer, which is an 88.17, while
What happened? Mistakes of chip stakes made a lot of mess in the end of the Banco. I see a lot of cars slowing down to try to overtake the car stopped in the middle of the track.
We also haven't seen a lot of breakdowns in the past 2 races.
Don't say it so loud.
And now someone will break down.
Absurdist, new fastest lap.
A new yes. That means he is now 1 second faster per lap than the buyer. That means he will gain in 5 laps. He will gain on him.
Yeah. But he had to overtake trackpad user before. Maybe
yes, if
user could slow him down.
Yes, if he defends, then he could prove a valuable asset for Dabaya.
Yes, but he also could slip by on the diesel like Dabaya slipped by Chipskate.
He could, most likely. We will see in a couple of moments.
We don't know. Maybe the team of the buyer has paid the trackpad user not to defend him.
He is closing in very quickly.
Crash.
Oh, this has to drive into my car. That means again some buns.
Crash between Dark Jedi and the Let's Play Noob.
The Let's Play Noob made a huge damage on Dark Jedi's car.
16 damage. Absurdus also pulling in a new fastest lap of 87.1.
Even trackpad user is closing the gap on their buyer. It's going to be interesting. In a few laps, I think we're going to see.
Yes, we are going to see some changes.
Yeah.
We will see some changes. And they are going on release and full throttle on diesel, and will happen something now.
It remains to be seen if Absurdus will be able to overtake trackpad user before they catch up to Dabaya.
Yes. At this rate, he should be able to do it. It's just a 1 second gap between those two. Maybe on the drive-thru they will get him.
He's getting very close now. Absurdus has overtaken.
And yes, he has overtaken him.
It's now a matter of time.
It's now a matter of time when they get on Mr. Bayer.
At least the buyer is taking some points
and
to ending laps on first place.
The release, you mean?
Yes, the release. Sorry.
What is this Gambon you're talking about?
I don't know, that's something in my tongue.
I see.
The gap between the binders is just 1 second.
He will be able to finish another lead lap.
Will he be able, or will he get him on the follow to the drive-through? And yes,
overtaken it
just before the drive-through.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
On the petrol head.
Now through.
Tough to overtake on the petrol head.
Yes.
You have a hell of a driver.
But
probably a finish one.
But maybe they drive, or he drives like a maniac.
Fastest lap again.
86.52.
Wow. And the Pyrrhix drive into Taekwondo. Taekwondo, drive faster, please.
Or it's time to ban someone, Pyrrhix.
Yes, maybe that's the automatic ban hammer feature.
Hey, Nomavax is still stuck in the 7th place. The Bob Wiley, at least it's on the 11th.
He's gaining, he's now on the 10th place.
Up. Yeah.
But is he getting on the top 3 again? He just has a mere of 9 laps to go.
He's also got damage on his car, though.
My driver is fitted with the same medicine he had on the first. He was the slow car, stopping everyone, and now since the Ruben is mostly doing the same to him.
Is he doing cocaine? That's totally not okay.
But it seems like both Bob Wiley and Norman Vauxhall have damage on their cars. So the top
yeah.
3 from the last, or the top 2 from the last race.
Didn't notice that.
But the lead car, Absurdist, has no damage at all. So I think he will be able to hold it. Although Derbaya is keeping up with
Yes,
Absurdist,
the gap
actually.
is very tight between those two.
True.
Just a bus can fit between.
Although I think I don't think that Derbaya, with the pace that he is doing and the lap times that he's doing right now, will be able to catch up. Although we will see when they enter into an area of heavy traffic.
Yes, that may change there when traffic congestion gets too big for them. They have to slow down.
This is the largest pack so far.
But they are through release and out of the pack again. Just the buyer is having some problems, I see.
Yes, that has increased the gap a little.
Maybe due to traffic.
Yes. And now we have the huge gap driving to the drive-through. Like the small gap between Chipskate. And we have a car that is broken down.
Ooh.
Dark Jedi's car. He is dead in the middle of the track between Detroit and Petrolhead.
Who is number 6?
Dark Jedi.
Dark Jedi. Oh, Dark Jedi. They've dropped it in the middle of the release corner. Someone is going to crash on him.
Nah, they dropped him in the pits, just next to them. It looks very tight though. Maybe they placed it as a barrier.
Maybe it's right on the inside to prevent people from cutting that corner.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bob Wiley, new personal best.
And I have information on the Dark Jedi's car. It's a mechanical failure. Probably an engine failure.
Ouch.
And
Reliability is quite the key here. at
yes.
these races.
Next time don't use race intakes because all the stones get into your car and into your engine. And we
You
all
don't want a piston stone.
yeah, and we all know that stones in the piston in the combustion chamber, they don't really work well there. They're pretty hard.
I think stones have a much harder time being compressed than diesel
Yeah.
or petrol.
Yes, indeed.
So there might be a little bit of a problem there.
Maybe. Maybe he could also misshift it, like from 5th gear to 1st gear,
5th gear.
if he has one.
Yeah, I don't think so. Error. Packbot, chipstick, and track driver.
Yes, a huge mistake here. That's, however, not a big pack because Chipskate and Packbot, they are a bit not together.
Error, Norman Vauxhall, no.
His driver
Why?
is driving like crap.
No. Oh, there is a lot of gap between the 7, between Norman Vauxhall and Tekken, so luckily not big problem.
There has been a crash.
Another one.
Genji FT has crashed into the Let's Play Noob.
Also, a personal physicist said that stones have an excellent octane rating.
Good. Good to know.
Yes,
Quotex receiving 20 damage there.
yes, he crashed into Duratec, and that means Duratec is very durable. Maybe he has spikes on his car to damage everyone else.
Absolutist now seems to have a quite big gap. And I think we're on the last. It's
Yes, the
lap.
last lap is now on. And we have Absurdus on first,
Oh,
the buyer on second, Truck Produce on third. Then comes a big gap between Lespas and them.
yeah. And I don't think I will be able to fill any.
Oh, once again, the driver from the Pyrlix from the Banham Racing team is for the first time on the points side. Interesting.
With 14 damage.
Well, you have to finish.
And the standings so far we have. First place, Absurdist. He was able to manage to win the second stint. Second, Bayer, and third, Track Producer, after a long fight. Let's pass on fourth place, Ruben on fifth, Opposite Lock on sixth, Nomovaxol on seventh, yay. Eighth place for Tekandero, ninth place for the Bob Wiley, and
Yay.
closing the top 10s is Leo 9613.
Hey, at least the Bob Wiley's on the top 10.
Everybody
yeah.
that we've chosen is on the top 10.
Indeed.
Quite easy guess, I would like to say. They were on the top tramp, 8, so top 8. So
It's always a meaning.
I would like to point out, though, that it seems like my choice has had the overall best finish. Since
Indeed.
he came in third and in the
Sure.
first stint and first in the second stint.
easy guess, however, to point on Absurdist.
Yes, true.
It is, yes.
So
We also have an interview incoming from the personal physicist of the team. It's the Kirop or Robert. Welcome.
again.
Well, yes, it seems to be me, and I'm quite pleased with the results. The first stint was a harsh fight between me and the buyer going on for quite a while, and now, during the whole race, the Bob Wiley had such a big trouble passing, just like me, so we were fighting constantly up to the end until my tires basically exploded while others were driving just fine. So yeah, the normal thing, losing like 4 places in the last 2 laps or something.
I guess you'll have to improve on that aspect of the car next time.
Yes.
Yes, for the 1955 race that it would be, yep. Indeed.
Yes.
A very interesting race, I have to say, with the large gaps forming and the Bob Wiley making so many errors in the first run. He was just driving there alone, and like in every second corner he had an error.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty
there
much
were-
the self-confidence of the driver.
Yeah.
But that was all unforced errors. Everybody else was so close but didn't make any errors, and he was making so many errors,
Yeah,
but unforced.
exactly. He wanted to give the others a chance, maybe.
He was showing off,
Yeah.
obviously.
Like a donut here, a donut there. Perfect.
That's the show for the viewers on the
Yes.
track.
Or, the people standing in the grass, because there seems to be no stands whatsoever around the track.
Yes, which can be a bit dangerous as well. So maybe he was donutting around these the visitors instead.
Maybe dodging them. Because
Yeah,
they had jumped
exactly.
off.
Hey,
Oh, is it the extra lap yet? No.
get out! Quick!
Get out of the way, for fuck's sake! Yeah, well, very interesting results. The usual suspects were up there, but then Le Paz is in 4th place. Ruben Essel in 5th. That is unexpected, I would
That's
say.
not the usual suspect, right here. Yeah, indeed, that's a very interesting race, because the second stint, always the second stint changes a lot.
It spices up a lot of the competition.
Yes, it does.
And it seems like what made we definitely have to compare the car of Absurdist to the Bob Wiley. Why was Absurdist so quickly passing, and Norman Vauxhall as well? And
So here we have the cars.
why didn't the Bob Wiley pass anyone else? Like, what is the difference there?
Only thing I can
So
see,
the Upstairs is way more drivable, but
it's
less
also better
body.
acceleration from 0 to 100. This maybe could make a little bit of difference, but
Yes,
it's not
but
the quickest one. Leo is quicker.
it doesn't explain why you passed so quickly.
Yeah,
Because
it's
your car is...
because I am a Snowpress. You know, Snowpress has
You're really, really fucking slow. I mean, look at my acceleration in comparison. That's much faster. And
Let
yet
me
you
take
were
a
passing.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it is.
You were like shooting through the field. It was amazing. And I
Indeed.
was stuck in, like, I think for 2 laps I was still in like 28th place on, even further down, 30th.
I can brake better. Maybe it's that
Maybe it is driver error or
Ah,
driver
well,
ability.
drivability, yeah, might be to some extent, but
Well, next time you have to pay your driver more. Easy as that. Give
More
him,
motivation.
give you more money.
Exact- I have to introduce the pump system for my driver.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the drivers you have, pumps.
Yeah.
And that's the
Martin
best.
was doing really well in this
Yes,
race.
indeed.
Mhm.
His second stint was excellent.
Yeah. He was also getting through the field really quickly.
Indeed.
And now I'm very much looking forward to seeing how these cars, which now have been driving really quickly in 2 of the races, which are more curvy and not as much high
yes,
speed.
and
How
let's
will
let's
this
take
turn
a
out on
look.
Green Hell?
Let's take a look at the next track. I have taken a small infographic too from a webpage, which
Wow.
shows some statistics. And
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
the Green Hell right here on the Nürburgring. And that will be a very interesting track. We will only have 3 laps, but 3 very interesting laps.
Oh, that's still 30 minutes of driving.
Yes, true.
For the fastest cars. I think the benchmark time for the cars was in vanilla automation. If you don't use the robot system, something around 10 minutes flat. That was the best time people got when testing on this track, and that would mean okay in robot the cars are much faster because the calculations are better. So we are expecting something like 9 minutes 40, 9 minutes 30 maybe, which is really fast for 1945, I have to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get these racing driver fatalities up in this race.
But we
Okay.
actually had,
Hopefully not.
we actually had around 9 seconds between the first or the fastest driver and the slowest driver. So I think it might be very interesting to see how large of a gap or a difference that makes on the Nürburgring.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Actually, the Nürburgring, that will maybe make a difference between the mans and the boys.
It's also a very narrow track, so it might be interesting. And there are very serious consequences for when you make a mistake.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
there are interesting straights line that could change the game.
Obviously, the Döttinger Höhe is a very interesting straight.
Hmm
2 kilometers of pure flooring.
Yeah,
Yes, I
which
think.
which isn't the fastest point though, is it? I think that's it's not downhill enough there to be the fastest point.
I think if you do go down from Döttinger Höhe to Antonius Buche. But I don't know if that is the fastest point here.
Yeah.
An interesting fast point is when you go from the Flugplatz
Yeah.
to Schwedenkreuz.
That's a very fast
Yes, that
part.
is also
Mhm.
a very dangerous point because
Yeah.
that's where most crashes happen in real life.
But also
Mhm.
afterwards, it's a downhill run from Arenberg to Adenauer Forst.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Adenauer process is very difficult to see because you're uphill and then you have this corner. It's
Yes, it's a
You have to
blind
be
corner
very
to the
careful.
right.
mhm.
Yes, and in these downhill sections, the engine power will not matter that much. It will be
Mhm.
more about the driver and the cornering of him.
Yes, but I think on the 2 kilometer straight, I think the cars with more horsepower should be able to gain
A
a
lot
bit more
there.
on. Yes, definitely.
We have some pretty large differentials in top speed of the cars. I think the range is more or less 15 kilometers an hour, and considering that you have no problems overtaking on a straight, we should see easy passing there. So maybe it can be just ignored how good your cornering are if you just drive by the car and on the straight, right?
Yes. I think the fastest, one of the fastest cars was indeed mine with 195.
Yes.
And then they were like very close together, just a few cars which were just 190, 192, 193. Not a lot, but some.
What are the top speeds of the top 3 right now?
The top 3, let me see of the top 8 Trump. It's Absurdist 177, Bavarian 180.
That is slow. 177
It
is really slow.
Then there's your car with 190.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. It was set up for the Green Hell track, so for automation test track and Green Hell. So I'm pretty confident that should give good results there. I was running in vanilla automation. It was doing a 10:05, I think, on the track.
We have to see if we are running at night, because if we're going to run at night, it's going to be damn difficult for your driver to.
I would just follow the other lights.
Okay.
Well,
Can only a maximum get second place then? Because I don't see shit when I'm at first.
Isn't your car the one with the huge ass 1000 watt light on the roof?
Yeah, the tank lights, yes. But those on. But considering the top speeds again, I don't. The Bayer is pretty fast as well.
It's a
as
180
is Ticandero, but everyone else is 180 or below.
Yes.
And that will really hurt on the straights, I think, because they.
I think.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think we'll have a lot of swapping of places, because I think your car will be a bit slower throughout the corners, but then you will gain a lot of places back on the straights. So I think we'll see
accelerating out of the corners as well. Leo
exactly.
is really fast there as well, but considering, I think cars like the Bob Wiley will be found in the midfield there, because it cannot show its strengths on that track. Like a 10.60 to 100 and 180 kilometers now top speed. Well, he gets through the corners really, really well, and yeah, let's hope he doesn't do as many mistakes, because that could be bad on Green Hell.
He should not show off this time.
But yeah, he will have a difficult time, and I think it's the same thing for Absurdist. Maybe even worse. He has a bit better acceleration, but
He's
considering that, yeah, I don't see him. I still see him doing well, but not being a contender for first place anymore.
Yeah, I think the upper half here in this whole top 8 trumps, it will have problems.
Will be very interesting to see, yes.
I think definitely the gains on the corners are much less, or much harder to earn than on the straight. So I think we'll see a bunch of gaining, but slowly, on the faster cars throughout the corners, and then we're just going to see a bunch of overtakes on the straight from the faster cars, gaining all of that time back. So it remains to be seen if the hard work from those lighter cars and better handling cars will make all the difference, or if the faster cars will make all the difference.
One thing which we haven't quite considered yet is that the Nürburgring has a lot of up and downhill sections.
Yes. As you can see, the highest point is 620, while the lowest point is 320.
Yeah, that's a huge height difference. Well, it's a long distance as well, but still, it's very steep in places. Where the cars with good cornering will have an advantage is in places where there's a corner and then an uphill section, because they can carry more speed through the corner. And that's probably just, the cars have just enough power to, like, when I was doing the test runs, it was like, okay, turn a corner, up the hill, and I could just keep the speed even though full throttle. And it's like, wow, okay, cars which can carry through here will have an advantage, because they then can carry the surplus speed onto the straight for a much longer time, where the others just cannot accelerate. And remember that power doesn't matter in that situation, because everyone has the same power to weight ratio, which is the important factor in uphill driving.
Yes. And we'll see also something interesting, because we have cars which have a huge fuel consumption, and these will even suffer even more because they carry a lot of fuel.
But considering that they are driving 30 minutes, I don't think that should matter, because they had the same amount of fuel this time around, right?
True.
I mean, 30 minutes of driving more or less full throttle always costs the same amount of fuel.
Yeah.
True.
But this will be very interesting once the robot system includes pit stops, I would say. Then longer races, like 1.5 hour races or something crazy with 2 to 3 pit stops, that would change the picture completely.
Yes, that will change actually a lot of races, because then pit strategy will come in. And tire changes and how economic your car is.
Yep.
And then you will have problems.
And how long will be the commentary?
It will be fun.
It will be exhausting for you guys.
Yeah, probably, but maybe. Well, I think we can manage it.
We managed it already. It will be good.
I mean, these are 2 30 minutes races, so 1.5 hour straight altogether. I think we can do it.
Yeah,
it will be fun.
It depends on the format, though. You don't really want to get rid of this kind of format, because this has been working so well, right? Like the inverted field after the first one. This is really awesome to see, like how the fast cars have to work through the field.
Yes, that's actually one of the most interesting parts in the races. Not the first stint, but the second stint is the most interesting, because the first stint, it's, you know, that the top 3 may never change because they are the top 3. But on the second stint you have,
unless you are the Bob Wiley who who loses 10 seconds
and shows off, like.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right there.
But
very much looking forward to that. Have you guys already built your 1955 cars?
Mine is in progress, and it's very slow.
It's very slow.
Yes.
I've sent a Jaguar body, a non-Jaguar body, sorry, and I'm curious to see how the result will be for a not so light car.
Okay. Yep.
And
what times are you running? Oh, you're participating as well?
I am, yes. First ever challenge that BMC Motors or BMC AG will be participating.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
So I still have to do some testing for the tires. So I think for winter testing, I'll just have to see the results and see how I stand compared to other people.
Nice.
Also, don't forget we have the standings here. We almost forgot these.
Oh wow, it's really close.
We have a lot of shared places right here.
Yeah.
Between the buyer and Kilrop, that's actually your car. And at the bottom between Nerf and the Totem. And always also in the mid we're between Mad Emma 2 Cortex and Victory.
Yeah, between 3 cars there.
And also my car is interesting. With whooping 3 points.
Yeah, I think you will be doing much better on Green Hell though.
I don't know, that is to be seen.
But I think you're the fastest car out of all, aren't you?
I have the fastest car with 196 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
Do you reach that speed as well, or is it just on paper?
It's on paper. I don't know if it will reach this speed on the Green Hell. It was very fast on the automation test track.
Oh yeah, the top speed on there.
Yes.
Because it reached the top speed there.
Then I think the 2 kilometers straight we might see some people hitting their top speed.
Yes, and we will see broken cars there also.
Or more than top speed.
Yes, because it will go down.
Yeah, it's downhill. So if I've set up the cars correctly, then
so my car will go 200.
Right. Yes, I think mine something like that as well, like 198 or 200 as well. Yeah.
That's going to be possibly a 20 kilometer per hour difference between cars.
Yes.
So
that's huge.
That's
just
very interesting.
Bye bye.
Yes, that indeed. I also I may can show my car for the BRC 50.
Oh,
I also have had in progress, so
Oh, cool.
let's give the people a look how at least my car looks, but it's still work in progress. It's shit. It's
So
slow.
have you guys been running some? Do you have some benchmark times so far?
for the
Like in
1955,
vanilla automation test track?
for the 1955 edition, or
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to compare because I, in the 1945 version, which we have just been looking at, the cars were doing around-ish 255, and in the my first benchmark car is doing 145 in 1955.
Here, that's
245.
that's my excellent car.
Looks a bit
Interesting
muscly.
body choice.
at
It's
least you have headlights.
yes
You do, yeah.
for the maximum brightness in the night. I like the design of the car. It's the
Yeah,
GT spec.
It's pretty heavy and you're very powerful. What kind of top speeds are you getting?
I'm getting 230
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty quick.
and 251 on the test track.
251.
I would suggest you try to shave off a few seconds from that.
Yes, I think I will change like some these and some
Oh,
that.
you're oversteering. Okay, fix that, and you will be much faster already. Let's do this now and just
Let's make live tuning. So
yeah, live.
I
tuning.
think
It's
ride
okay.
height will do it.
No. Yeah, you give it a bit less camber in the front, please.
Oh, I have an idea what I can do. I will change my suspension.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I don't know why I took leather
I want
frame.
to see narrow
Leather
tires in front.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Whoa, okay.
So
It's a
this
bit
should-
too expensive now, but I think monocoque
yeah,
can
that's-
fix
that's
it.
in the ballpark. So let's see.
And yes, 3 seconds.
Okay.
248.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Much better.
Let me check mine, if you want. On the automation test track, right?
Yep.
I have 246.
Nice.
Bam, 245.46.
245. But
Yep.
how
Damn it! What?
That's around
I just-
ballpark. Yep. 245 is where you want to be around-ish.
And now comes the question where to improve.
There
Now-
are always possibilities.
my car for
You're
winter
bottoming
testing-
out like crazy, so maybe you could just up it. Yeah,
Soft
and
suspension.
now give it a go again. That should be even faster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just slightly. But after
Oh.
like 1 or 2 laps, you don't have any tires left because you're running on a camber of -3. So
Also, my last car was running on -3 camber.
oh, it's doing fine though, right?
Yes. But look
Oh,
at the
interesting.
design. It's
Yeah, it's awesome.
aggressive looking.
I'm also running -3 camber, so I might have to change that.
Well, we can also look at the participants of the BRC
Yes.
44, which is the Mallard, which is the car from Absurdist. I have a lot of cars in here.
I
should-
think my winter testing car is running 146s.
And what is he running? Yeah, -2.3, -2.7.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Then we have Conan from Conan Cars with his British green.
Obviously.
Racing
And
green.
headlights.
And my Steam overlay is in the way.
Someone
Next time
playing
you have to log
GTA.
out. Yeah.
That
Everyone
was
is
so
playing
nice.
GTA.
Weirdly.
Weirdly enough, yes.
So
Although you don't own it.
and he is running on
I
-3.
definitely don't own it, no.
Yeah, 3 on the front and 2.6 in
And
the
we
back.
then can look at the Leo's car. One of the best
Oh,
drivers.
Mhm.
Yes, the version is different, but I don't care.
I can see a trend of headlights everywhere. It's very interesting.
So
He's
he's
knocking. He's driving a knocking car.
Is he?
What?
Yes.
No!
No.
He actually is.
Car.
Look. His car
Yeah.
is knocking.
Maybe he's knocking a bit to be within the limits.
I
But
would just.
I would think there was a better solution than making it knock.
So our
By-
cars are beaten by a knocking one.
Yes.
Damn it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes, I also got the car from the Bob Wiley. We can quickly take a look at it.
Yeah.
If I'm able to load it up, because my automation sometimes does different things. And it's not the closed beta version, so that's weird. Like, it's not showing up his car. That's weird. Maybe I have to load up a different car. That's different. No, it's not loading up. I have to restart the game.
Ah.
Is this one of your secret?
But let's take another look at the standings.
Yes, true. At the standings,
So
we have a huge gap actually between Absurdist and the Bob Wiley. But
I think it's impossible for people to get the absurdist anymore, because you have to
Yeah.
remember that 2 results are cancelled. So
Oh.
he only has to do well in 1 more race, and he's the winner, because no one else can catch him then, because he can take away the 2 worst results, right?
Yeah, and he's damn it. Yeah.
okay, the car is working now. Let's take a look at it. And bam, that's his car. Right here.
Swedish. If I remember badly.
It's very blue.
Yep. Oh,
Very
interesting design.
Design, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, very well designed, I have to say.
Interesting choice of vent positions.
Yes, I just noticed that this
And
here.
with the indicators in there, that's looking awesome.
Yes. That's a nice design. And is the back design? Of course it is.
Ha! Nice.
I like the third brake light.
Yeah,
Nice touch here.
definitely.
Then let's
This one should go in the should definitely win the design category at least.
Oh, I just noticed here vents too.
Yeah. Aqueducts everywhere.
Very nice design. But let's take a look at the
But look at
suspension.
the window angles. They are completely weird.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think the car probably hit something in the
In the
on
production
the top
facility.
of the roof and bang and moved
Yeah.
back everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think the production facility is a bit low.
So yeah.
yeah, maybe it's lowered.
Wow, look at the spring stiffnesses.
Damn it, it's hard so much.
It's similar
Wait.
soft to
It's
Absurdist.
Yeah,
super
but
soft.
the sway bar are
Super
it.
stiff. And the
compensating
bottoming out is like crazy bad. But I guess that's the optimum setup he found. So
and -3 quality.
Horizontal. It's the horizontal bouncing sideways, holding, bouncy castle of a car.
yeah,
That's
it
winning
seems
all the
like-
races.
It's bouncing all over the place. Yeah,
but he is running very low camber on the back
Yes.
compared
yeah.
to some other people.
Very flat on cornering, but when it's breaking down, the car is like dive down like a whale.
Then let's take a look at the brakes, which are very...
Oh, really weak brake setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the plus
I
factor.
think
That's
you're
unusual.
definitely limited.
Yeah, they're quite
If you
unusual.
check
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tires, I think they're 10 inches.
Yeah, 155s.
Yeah.
May I say
Yes.
that seems that braking efficiency doesn't care too much to the robot system? Or it's just my...
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter that much as I've seen. Mainly people are between. What is it like? Was it 50 or 53 to 48 or something? That range.
Yeah, around they were like not in a huge range. It was just a range between 48 and 52.
And if you consider that, then there should not be a huge difference.
I'm not... don't know. I'm a little bit unsure about this.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Let's take a look at the gearing. A 3-speed gearbox, 193.
Yes, very nice power band there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The engine is interesting.
Let's take a look at it.
Wow,
Oh,
tiny.
so it's a very high
five
revving.
valve double overhead cam.
Probably very high revving.
Yes, up
Yeah.
to 10.
9,000.
Over 9,000 right here.
Over
Wow.
9,000.
In 1945, that's completely.
Is he using some...
Ooh,
And
the
he's just
reliability.
using... +1.
The reliability is not very high.
No.
26, it's dangerous.
It's in the danger zone.
Yeah.
9,300. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is crazy shit.
Mr. Bob Wiley, you made a very, very high revving engine.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It's like higher revving than Formula 1 back then, I think.
Yeah.
It's very
broke,
unique.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And he
less than
actually
1
took
liter.
race. Actually took race exhausts. I think you basically need them if you want to make something that small and rev that high,
Yes.
because otherwise
Try
you
to-
just don't get the power.
Try to put along tubular just to take a look at the
Yeah.
difference in the. Oh,
It's not a
No.
big difference, but
Not that big a
it's
difference.
2 kilos difference, but the power band stays the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take cast lock, they are the best.
Cast long enough.
Actually, if you look at it, the difference between short cast and race fuel is just 2 horsepower.
You save a lot of money.
And yes, it is
Yeah,
very expensive.
it is. Super expensive.
It's
In
20,
production unit, mainly.
20 production units, yes.
Mhm.
That is 200 or even more dollars. Which you could spend on drivetrain.
400.
Oh,
Almost
yes,
400,
400.
because it's 1750 per production unit.
True. So that's money you could have put on drivetrain quality.
Transmission.
Possibly could have also gained those 2 horsepower back from cam profile.
Or just make it heavier. Just make it a bigger engine, but then he
Yeah.
would be again very heavy. It's, I mean, it's
Yeah.
5 kilos, and
Yeah, that
it
makes
it makes a huge difference.
for these light cars.
But it's like minus 12? Or is it
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You don't need the flow. If you put race tubular on there, you have huge flow.
Oh, wait. I fixed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
Well-
using a baffled exhaust.
Yeah, for economy. Because
what?
Yes!
it makes sense.
Look at it, economy.
But
Bam!
also the weight has raised up too. So
Ah.
Interesting choice right here. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
118 kilograms. So
Really?
yeah, he
You-
could
you-
have gone heavier, and
But then his cornering wouldn't be that good. So yeah.
The
Interesting.
riser is on deaf because he has baffled muffler. Maybe this is it.
He does have the Scheiße Schalldämpfer.
Yep. A classic Scheiße-Schalldämpfer.
But yeah, the suspension setting is a very interesting one, but because I have seen this setting already. It's, I think, on the Mallet from Absurdist.
Yeah, that's the only way you can get those crazy cornering performances.
Here. It's again this bouncy, shaky car
Oh,
with very, very stiff sway bars.
Yeah.
although not as stiff.
Not quite
as-
extreme, no. A bit different, differently set up. Like it's more balanced in this case.
Yeah,
Still
Running
interesting though.
more
very interesting.
camper in the rear.
Yep. No, anyway, it's really some crazy shit. So now that people have seen this, maybe that's a bit of inspiration for
The
building
1955.
1955.
Mhm.
Have you heard anything about when the first practice session is going to be?
I haven't heard anything yet.
I think the winter testing will be this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So I think
yeah, I remember something
Maybe
like
The
that.
video tomorrow, even or something.
yeah, possibly.
That will mean I have to rework my car by then. Or after
Most
that.
likely, yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you don't want to get in there with your 1 minute 53 seconds. No, 2 minute 53 or something.
With the Mr. Slow Motion.
Driving slower than the 1945 cars.
At least you'll be very consistent, though.
Yeah.
can win the consistency award.
Yeah.
Consistently last.
Consistently slow.
But in the final table, I think no one really can catch up to Absurdist unless he absolutely fails last 2 races, because that's the requirement for him for anyone else to have a chance, basically.
Yeah, and even the interesting thing will be event number 5, because
Yes.
that's a track which has not been done before in the whole game.
Right.
So what could it be?
Hmm.
And
I don't know.
and Martin hinted it will be one which will not be the favor for the quick cars.
Yep.
Ooh.
Might see a very interesting shake-up.
Maybe
Yep.
some stuff will change.
Well, currently that wouldn't lead to a shake-up because the best cornering cars are already in front.
Yes, true. That is in fact true.
But after Green Hell, that might change a bit. Well, then we have had a completely mixed bag, like 2 fast tracks and 2 cornering tracks. Yep. Let's see where. I think everyone in the top 7, top 8 still has a chance at basically getting into the top 3.
Yes, true.
The podium.
They still have a chance. But
Let's
you
see
just
how it
have
pans
to-
out.
Yes. All depends on the next race results of this magnificent track.
I think the
Yeah.
Nürburgring will be a bit more predictable than the final
Unknown
round.
track.
Yes.
Do you think there will be any cars from the midfield just completely appearing up front suddenly for the Nürburgring
I
track?
don't know. It could be the one that have both a very high top speed, good acceleration, and a good cornering, which are not in the top 10 yet.
Yeah, but they should be in the top 10
Yes.
already.
But it'll also be interesting for the cars that have average stats for everything. Maybe not
Yes.
excelling in
Yeah.
weight.
Exactly
or-
these cars which have everything good but not perfect.
Yeah.
I think it was Leo whom I talked to, who had specifically set up his car for the Green Hell as well. And if I remember correctly, he was 5 seconds faster than me on this one.
Oh, interesting. My car was made in like 30 minutes right before
deadline?
right before the deadline, and I just tested on automation test track with a number from Conan. Like he said, be faster than this,
Okay.
or try to be as fast as this. And yeah, that's
I think tire wear will be a very interesting play a very interesting role.
I doubt it will for the Nürburgring, because
it's still a
the-
30-minute race.
it's just 30 minutes and it has far less corners on these 30 minutes than the other tracks.
It does have 73 corners, yes, but that's
On
just
30 minutes, it
Yes.
has much less fewer corners than the other tracks.
everyone
Yeah.
will probably make just 2 laps, and then that's 146 corners. Not compared to Brands Hatch, where the whole track has like 7 corners.
Probably a real driver could have more difficult because there are a lot of corners. It's need more concentration, but we are running with robots, so it doesn't change so much.
But it's also going to be very interesting on the high speed
absolutely.
sections when you have 10-inch rims and really high diameter tires. Going to be sliding all over the place if you're not running.
Oh, I'm taking all the track!
The sidewall has collapsed on one side.
Because everyone is scraping it. Yeah, something like that. That will be a very interesting race, the next one. I hope we will see it soon.
Yep. All right, guys.
Right, I think that's done for today.
Alright.
Thank you very much for joining and watching the stream. Thank you, Robert, for joining the interview,
Thank you, guys.
which went very long now. That's nice. Nice to have here.
Some good discussion going on there too.
Yes,
so.
that's always needed with the master of the game and the commenters. Okay, that's I think for today. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining, Joe Robert. Thanks for joining Herman for today.
Yep.
That was a nice to have you.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
this bombshell, it's time to end. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
See you.
Good night.